Okay, so what brought you two together? Interesting, okay? Because how did you get unity with before you guys start feeling like working together, finding similarities? The challenge that you face is that you guys are either having a hard time seeing eye to eye. You know, you guys don't really have a lot in common, as you guys realize. Working together as a team, but it's not really. Yeah, see, look at this Five of Swords here, showing the energy. And the Six of Pentacles is underneath that. Working as a team, man. Because everybody's out to get whatever the hell they want to get. And it's like, nobody is working together. Because, I mean, see, it's weird because I don't think that, you know, starting off already with this reading, even though this Three of Cups is coming in as the way someone's thinking, Cancer, you know, this may be you, like I said, the other person may be you, but I feel like the way they think about this relationship is that there is a desire for support or supporting someone. I feel like there's, you know, for this situation, I feel like there is a desire to have some sort of support from this relationship. Because the Three of Cups does talk about supporting one another. It talks about communities, inner circles, groups. Now, at the same time, I think this... Here's the thing. Here's what I'm getting at. Okay, and this may just totally not resonate with a lot of people, but I'm going to say it anyway. It looks like the way, you know, what brought you two together was a divorce. And I hate to be super specific about it because, you know, judgment, you know, justice could be anything. What brought you guys together was that there was a balance, or there was a need for a balance in your lives. So you guys saw it between, you know, within yourselves. But if we're going to get real, you know, interesting with this, we're going to go with the whole somebody got divorced route. Right? And you guys met because, due to each other showing each other support, you know, being that, you know, that's, you know, the person that helped balance the situation. Could have been an apology. Something happened here where there was some sort of balance that was needed to take place for both of you, or something needed to be sorted out. Something needed to be, you know, equalized, if that makes sense. Something was just out of place and not really, you know, not working in anyone's favor. How offset it was. Right, and I feel like you guys both sought out comfort between one of you, you know, between each other, not in like an inappropriate way, but you guys had each other's backs. You guys were, you know, friends. You guys were connected with one another in the sense of, you know, understanding each other. Now, I remember, right, soulmates can be anybody. They could be friends, they could be family, they can be coworkers, they could be anybody. You know, they don't have to be romantic lovers. And I feel like there may be a situation where somebody is very obsessed with the relationship and the other person is just seeing this as just a friendship, right? And they're just kind of confused as to how everything is kind of turning into something more when I don't think there is any intention for there to be more, right? Attraction. You attract love by enjoying this moment fully. And I think that there's a lot of somebody is finding you very attractive at this moment, you know, and I feel like that is throwing you for a loop because you see this person or you see this relationship as a friendship versus someone that is trying to be more, right? You're not trying to move forward with that. Some of you guys may be, but you don't know how to. You're not trying to purposely. You're just being in the moment with the friendship. Now, with the other person showing up here, the way they see this relationship is the devil. I don't really understand what this means because it can indicate, especially with that Five of Swords there, it gives me vibes of somebody being very obsessive, you know, kind of clingy. But the thing is, too, is it can indicate that this person feels very drawn to you, like very drawn to this relationship. This relationship is something that, you know, connects them with you. You guys are definitely soulmates, but the thing is, especially because of the Two of Swords and the Six of Cups, but with Justice and the Devil being both cards of karma, or, you know, they're karmic cards, that tells me of some sort of karmic connection that you guys have. I think there's something that's definitely working. There's something here that you guys are both having to kind of figure out within yourselves through this relationship, and how you guys are going about it may be in a very toxic fashion, or maybe something that honestly may not be very beneficial for, you know, here's the thing. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is beneficial. But with this devil energy, it's almost like somebody is really taking to the extremes of what this relationship means to them and for you as well. Okay, now I think it's because this person may have had feelings for you, and they've always have been from the past here. Because look at the Six of Cups, right? This person, this looks like somebody's always has feelings for you. Somebody's always had, some sort of connection, or was very drawn to you. This could remind them of an old relationship. But the way this person is going into it, they're thinking the situation of friendship. This is something that's in regards to friends. The challenge is connecting in a very in an interrelationship fashion, right? Justice. I'm pulling for that because that's just crazy. Why is justice coming up for this? Why is justice a challenge? Why? That's too much. Oh God. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. What is going on here? The reason why the Page of Pentacles is coming up, the reason why Justice is what is the card that the card that brings you guys together. What is explaining why you guys got together in the first place is because somebody may have offered you something that of great value that also had some sort of introduction to love, some sort of introduction to emotion. Somebody was expressing their feelings. But the thing that's challenging you is the Two of Cups. I'm going to ask why too. Why is the Two of Cups the challenge? If this was an offer of love, if this was a marriage proposal, then why is the challenge the Two of Cups? Ugh. I'm not going to trust that one because it fell on the floor. The Emperor. What the hell? What the? Oh my. What the hell is going on? Cancer. What is going on? No, look, seriously, I honestly have no clue what the hell is going on here. And so it makes sense here why you guys are just as fucking confused. This situation is crazy. Somebody here offered the reason why you guys got together is because somebody offered something of great value, and it was something from the heart. Obviously, this is something in regards to something romantic. It may have been disguised as a business proposal. It may have been, shown to be something like practical. Or this could have been talking about a slow brewing of feelings that they're not really reciprocated in the way that they're, that they were intended to be reciprocated, if that makes sense. Because the Five of Swords talks about someone being very selfish, someone being very ruthless, doing everything that they can to get some sort of result, which can ultimately cause a bittersweet situation, right? Which can meaning like you may end up losing something in the process of you trying to make something happen. Now, Cancer, it looks like somebody around you right now is obsessed with you. And you can feel it, but I don't know what's going on in regards to this Two of Cups and the Emperor card, because it's almost like somebody is trying to stronghold the relationship. They're trying to make it happen. They're trying to force this relationship to work, or trying to force a relationship, period. And you're not really trying to have all that. I mean, you may just be confused as to what the hell is going on. You may not be sure. You may have to just try to trust your intuition to see how this goes, and see if you guys even click like that. But ultimately, you're showing ultimate confusion. While this person is like seeing, they're acting as if you guys have been, like you guys are connected in a sense. But the reason why the moon is coming up here for you, and the reason why you're seeing the relationship or thinking of the relationship as you are, which is the Three of Cups, is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a situation that's happened before. This is a new opportunity. This is a new second chance at something. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be as crazy as I'm thinking it is, which is somebody's obsessed and they can't let go, and they think they've always had feelings for you. You know who this person is. It could be that you and this person are in a relationship, you are married, but you guys are not working together because you guys are going after your own things. You guys are both very stubborn. You guys are trying to control the situation outside of yourselves as well, instead of just focusing on what you guys want in the moment. There could be like a power struggle here. And it could have started out just something that was, that could potentially lead to something, committed, something, stable, something that, does, lead to or toward more romantic feelings and expressing of one's feelings. But the challenge is that you guys are not working together. You guys are not seeing each other eye to eye. You guys are not very much similar. And y'all are very different. But at the same time, I feel like the thing that makes you guys both the same is that you guys want your way or the highway. You guys are both like that. You guys are not trying to see it from someone else's point of view. And it could be like that. But the Three of Cups does talk about support, and you may be supporting the other person while the other person may be feeling like they just, they're supporting you too, but they're being codependent. Now, the reason why this person is displaying themselves the way the way that they're displaying themselves and thinking the way they think is the Three of Wands. Still don't make no damn sense. Because they expect something. Because they've manifested. Because they've put their effort into something and they expect something out of what they were doing. Okay. This just looks like a hot mess, because it looks like somebody is trying to do something, or they have been doing something, and look, you may think this relationship is very supportive, very loving, but it looks like this person is showing their support because they're trying to get something out of the situation. They have some sort of ulterior motive behind the reason why they're doing the things that they're doing. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune just looks like it's just crazy on your side, because I'm like, why do you see this situation as something that happened from the past? Have you had a situation where somebody, was, showing love and showing support, but only trying to get, only doing that to get something out of somebody, to make, to kind of put that person in a situation where, they feel obligated to do something? Have you been in that situation where somebody was trying to manipulate you? Because that's what this looks like. This looks like you are being manipulated right now. And I really don't want to be that kind of person that says this, because honestly, right, if it's not, and I'm just reading this, from how I'm looking at these cards and how they're being laid out to me, then I may be wrong. But it looks like you're just attracting a narcissist, to be honest. And you know me, I don't ever go there. I've never, ever really said any, and I very rarely do I ever bring up in my readings a narcissist, but this looks a little crazy. Just because of how this person is coming into this relationship. Confused, don't know what the hell's going on. Everything seems to be like completely, maybe seeming one way one minute, then it's changing the next. But you think you guys are friends. You guys think that, this is someone of your close group, right? This is someone that you feel you can trust. But someone has ulterior motives for helping. Somebody has ulterior motives for helping. And it's because of some situation that ended very badly. Like I said, it could have been like some sort of divorce, some sort of legal situation, something going on in the law, and they helped you out, and now they're making you feel like you're indebted to them, or they're trying to make it like they're nice, but they really have something else under the sleeve. Now, it doesn't have to be as malicious as I'm thinking it is. It could be just something totally different. Maybe they're doing all these things to express that they like you more than they've been letting on. Why is the Wheel of Fortune coming up for them? Because of the Queen of Cups. Yeah, be careful, please. Be careful. You're going to have to trust your intuition again with this relationship. That's the whole thing. Trust your intuition with this. I don't know why attraction came up. Well, I'm going to actually ask, why did attraction come up for this relationship, for this reading? Why did attraction come up for this relationship? We're going to figure this out, fam, because this is crazy. Why? Because of the Queen of Wands. Okay, somebody's, definitely... It's about attraction. You are attractive. Alright, why does this person think of the devil? Why does this person think of the devil when it comes to this relationship? Why? The Two of Pentacles. Juggling two situations? Juggling something? Trying to figure out whether or not it's worth pursuing or not? Huh. With distraction, because the Two of Pentacles can indicate distraction. Why is the Two of Pentacles coming out for the devil? Judgment. Resurrection, a second chance, a second opportunity at something. or review of some sort of a relationship. Obviously, the Ten of Pentacles, rather. Yeah, stay strong, guys. Okay, this situation is where you're gonna have to really be strong and really to kind of be aware of your situation, right? Trust your intuition with this. I don't think this is a situation that definitely should be taken lightly because of just how this relationship is kind of playing out. Another opportunity for you to trust your instincts. Trust your instincts right now. And with staying strong, it's like that does send me, that makes me feel a little weird, but that could be me. Life will present you with many trials. Life will bring you times of joy, but also times of suffering. Like the weather, it can be unpredictable, harsh, and cruel, but you can endure all that comes. Know when to resist and know when to let go. Know that sometimes you will lose, but that loss can make you stronger at the core. Stay strong with hope and faith. You can endure all. Yeah, be careful with this individual, guys. I don't really know what their true intentions are, other than the fact that they think that they're going to have some sort of decision. They're going to make some sort of decision about where things are going to go, and if they're strong enough to make it happen, if they can sustain themselves long enough to make it happen. Because somebody thinks that they could just make a decision on something, and you're going to just fall in line or something. Somebody's really thinking... Somebody's just doing whatever they need to do to get something out of the situation. Someone's being very ruthless about getting what they want. And it may be through disguising their intentions behind something else. That's just I don't know about that one.